Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today we are going to be doing a couple of really awesome and really cheap modifications to the Turbo Miata. The modifications that we have today are these. Right here we have some Garage Star delrin door bushings, and right here we have some Flying Miata polyurethane exhaust bushings. Now, why are we upgrading the bushings in our door and our exhaust? Those are pointless, right? Wrong. Now see, since Miatas are convertibles and they don't have roofs, the doors on a Miata actually provide a lot of structural rigidity. The weak point of the doors, however, are the rubber bushings. They're super squishy. Yeah, they're just super squishy. So that's why we have stiffer door bushings. This will help improve the rigidity of the car. Literally the cheapest way you can improve a Miata right here. These were like 50 bucks. The exhaust bushings are just to fix my rattly exhaust. See, I have a very big exhaust on this car. It's a full 3-inch from the turbo back, and there's not very much room for this exhaust. So it hits things and rattles. Replacing the super soft, squishy rubber bushings in the exhaust with polyurethane bushings will prevent the exhaust from moving around too much and rattling on axles and frames and all sorts of stuff that it hits. So yeah, that is what we're going to do today. We're gonna start off with the door bushings because, well, the exhaust on the engine's really warm, so I don't want to mess with that yet. Go ahead and roll your car back a wee bit so you can get into the door a little bit easier. Right here is our factory door bushing. As you can tell, it's not very rigid at all. I've also heard some people say that the sound of the door closing is very unsatisfying with these bushings. I disagree. I think it's pretty satisfying. Let's hear it again. Pretty loud, a nice thud, but some say the Garage Star bushings are better. Voila, the old and the new. Squishy, not squishy. Hard plastic, rubber. I lightly tightened it so it's kind of stiff, but it can move around a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and close the door to align the bushing. Now I shall torque it down. Yeah, that sounds about the same to me. Maybe a little bit more solid, but I don't think the sound really changed much. Once we take it for a drive, we'll find out if those are worth the 50 bucks. I just installed the passenger side door bushing, and I realized something was wrong because this side sounds awesome. Just listen to this very satisfying sound, okay? All right. Ooh, that is a nice door closing. But if you go to the other side, the driver's side, it still sounds kind of rattly. There's that high-pitched rattle. It's not as satisfying. And that got me thinking. I'm pretty sure my window is loose on the driver's side door. Window is missing a bolt there. That one's loose. Bad. That seems good. And now, it's still not as good. What the heck? All right, so I fixed a couple of things. Let's listen to it now. Oh yeah, that is, ooh, that's nice. This is the sound of the door before the bushing, and this is the sound after. Oh, sweet relief. I see what people were saying now. It does sound much more satisfying with the new door bushing. It turns out pretty much that the door wasn't actually going all the way into the bushing. So I adjusted this back a little bit, and now sweet noise, and the body line is a little bit better. Awesome. Now on to the exhaust and the oil change. Bada bing, bada boom. As you can tell, my lovely brand new differential is still leaking fluid. I love when that happens. We got our exhaust, which mostly rubs right there. Then we have all our bushings. I will say, look at that meat. We're gonna go ahead and crack the one exhaust bolt loose, try to adjust it so it's as far away from the frame as possible, and then put these new bushings in. Another great comparison, here's the stock bushing. As you can tell, nice and squishy. I mean, literally that's like worthless. This one, polyurethane, it's got a little bit of bend into it, but hardly any. That's why these are good. That's also why these are gonna be really hard to get on. I don't even know it's possible to get on. I do believe that is fixed. A little bit of movement, but it doesn't get too close to the frame there. So I think we're good. Another thing I'm gonna go ahead and do while the car is up on the lift is change the alignment. See, we had put a drift alignment on this car because we were drifting the drift truck. I miss the drift truck so much. I just want it back soon, hopefully. So sad, I've put so much money into that truck, worked on it so hard. I feel like I've just like lost a child. Like I haven't seen it in like a month. I feel like I don't even own it. It's okay, it'll come back. It'll come back. What were we talking about? Right, we had a drift alignment on this car, which added a lot of positive caster, which is good for drifting, but for race car stuff and for daily driving, it's not great. It actually pushed the wheels so far forward that they actually hit the bumper now, and I've kind of mucked up my bumper. So that's why we're gonna change the alignment, just remove some caster, correct the toe, leave the camber however it is, I don't really care right now. And then it should drive much better, I should be able to hit full lock, and yeah. On Miatas, the caster adjustment is this backwards eccentric bolt. It also adjusts camber, but it adjusts caster more. All right, so that is the factory right in the middle of its adjustment. Oil, filter, and towels. That failed.
Oh, this is Jack and I'm back on the scene with the record.
The new sound of the 80s. Suddenly you hear it everywhere. It's all beat and all talk. It tells you a story and makes you want to dance. Steve Fox examines an overnight phenomenon, rapping to the beat.
Oil change is done. Now it's time to change toe. Pull on these two tape measures and make sure that both of them are the same. At least if you want 0 toe out, which I do. So right now it has about 1/8 of an inch of toe out. So we have to bring the front of the wheels in a little bit. Kind of climb under here, which isn't possible. Pretty much just keep playing until it's the same. It's perfect, actually. Cool. Toe plates are probably the most convenient thing I've ever made. I just saved myself $90 for an alignment. Took me 5 minutes with a couple of tools and tape measures, and it's really accurate and it drives great. So, well, actually I don't know that yet, but it did last time. Speaking about driving great, let's test it. Let's make sure that the exhaust doesn't rattle, the alignment's good, the oil is oiling, and let's see what effect the new door bushings had. This is one of those few occasions where your car actually does drive better after an oil change. Alignment's good. That's good. Nice. Oh yeah, dude. That feels so much better. It's so good. The exhaust didn't rattle. Normally taking right-hand corners, the exhaust would rattle. It's actually crazy how much of a difference not having a rattling exhaust makes, because it was loud. It was a loud noise when you took a corner. So it felt like something was braking, but I got used to that sound. So now that it's not there, it feels like a new car. And the doors aren't rattling anymore, which I don't know if that was because of the bushings or because I tightened the window. Probably the latter, but... oh yeah. She's back, baby! Fun fact, I actually turned off launch control and flat foot shifting. It was having an issue, which I'll explain in another video, but that's why I'm not using that. So yay, we definitely fixed everything we wanted to fix. Exhaust no longer rattles, the doors no longer rattle. Chassis might feel a little bit stiffer because of the stiffer door bushings. Car's running great with the new oil, no more lifter tick, which was awesome. I think the oil was getting a little low. That oil was from before we went on our Florida trip. So that oil had gone all the way down to Florida and back. And the new alignment's really awesome, feels much more stable, turn-in is much better. But it didn't fix the rubbing issue. The big tire is still rubbing on the bumper. Problem is that I want to get bigger tires, so we might have to do some cutting or maybe a new bumper, I don't know. Either way guys, thank you so much for watching. I think that is the cheapest way you can improve your Miata. Nice new door bushings, which makes the doors sound nicer and maybe stiffens the chassis a little bit. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Like the video, dislike the video, tell me why you liked or disliked. Thank you to everyone who sent in pictures for Subscriber Showcase. If you want to be a part of Subscriber Showcase, just send a picture of your car in HD with your Instagram to the email right here, gingiumshowcase@gmail.com. Tomorrow we are going mudding in the Rally Miata, so yay, that'll be awesome. That'll be the next video. I'm excited. Extreme off-roading in the Rally Miata Part 2. Thank you guys again for all your support and understanding for everything, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.